What's going on, guys? My name's Theoatrix and today is Wednesday, which means we got a new old school game update. This week, Jagex made changes to a range of content. They added new items to the Last Man Standing minigame. The Amulet of Blood Fury received some changes, and Jagex altered the kill timers shown when you kill a boss, plus a range of other small changes. Also this week, Jagex unveiled a range of exciting announcements with more information about the release to Steam, as well as a poll blog regarding shooting stars coming to old school. Shooting stars are from 2008, where a star would fall and land somewhere around Runescape every 2 to 3 hours. You could use a telescope in your player-owned house to see where and when a star would land, and then once you reach the star, it could be mined for mining XP and star fragments. You could then exchange them with the sprite that was found in the center of the star for a range of rewards. Before I get more into the announcements, I'll quickly go through today's in-game changes. Last Man Standing got another update with new weapons and armor. You can now get full Darox, the volatile nightmare staff, and the ancestral hat from chests that you open with keys. Adding these items should change up the Last Man Standing landscape with new combos and switches that you could never use before. With today's update, you can also change the color of the fog within the minigame. You go into your game settings panel and you can change it to a range of colors to set it to your liking. Other than the Last Man Standing changes, today's game update was mostly updates from Poll 74, which was a game improvements blog. You can now add charges to the Amulet of Blood Fury by adding a blood shard to an already made amulet. It consumes the blood shard when you do so and adds 10,000 charges. Each amulet can hold a maximum of 30,000 now, so it might come in handy with longer challenges like raids or the Inferno. Also in Poll 74, you might remember a question regarding whether Jagex should update the boss kill timers to more accurately reflect your time. They proposed to add the exact number of game ticks instead of just having a time in seconds. This would fix issues where you actually did get a faster time, but it didn't show because the game engine automatically rounds down, so you can now find a toggle in the settings menu under Enable Precise Timing. Another piece of content from Poll 74 was to the Nightmare boss, more specifically the Nightmare's parasites. Before this update, the parasites healed the boss by a random hit between 1 and 80 hit points. Now, the heals will fall between 31 and 50, so a smaller range. This gives the fight a bit more consistency, because sometimes the parasites could roll very high heals a number of times in a row since it's all RNG. Yesterday, Jagex released a poll blog proposing to add shooting stars to old school. Shooting stars were originally in RS2 over 10 years ago, where they were released on the 2nd of September 2008. I briefly explained the concept in the intro, but basically a star falls out of the sky and lands somewhere every 2 to 3 hours. With your player-owned house telescope, you can pinpoint where and when it's going to land. Once you find the star, you can mine it for mining XP and a range of other rewards. There's 9 layers to the star, with the first layer starting at a level 90 requirement, scaling down to level 10 on the last layer. As you mine, you gather stardust, and then once the star is mined, a star sprite pops out, where you can then give him your stardust in exchange for a reward. In RS2, you'd receive cosmic runes, astral runes, and coins, but Jagex is proposing to do the rewards a little differently in old school. They want to make a shop that you can only access with the sprite, which only sells untradeable rewards. There's the Celestial Ring, which is proposed to give an invisible +4 mining boost when you wear it, so it would speed up your mining training. The ring can also be charged with stardust, and with charges you get a 1 in 10 chance of receiving an extra ore while mining, and you also get the extra experience, so this once again would speed up your mining training. Another reward is star fragments, which you can use on any piece of the prospector's outfit to make it gold. There's also a bag of gems, a soft clay pack, and an essence pack, which could all be very useful for Iron Men. Aside from these rewards, you also get mining XP throughout the activity. The first player to investigate the star gets an instant XP reward of 60 times their mining level, so a level 50 would get 3000 mining XP. This does motivate players to be the first to find the star, but I can see this being pretty impractical since everyone will be waiting at the location spam clicking since they know it from the player-owned house telescope. You get a fair bit of experience from mining the star as well. Each rock tier gives a different amount of XP per dust, scaling from 168 XP down to 11 XP. Each tier also has a different amount of dust available before it depletes, and the first layer has almost 100 times less dust. Overall, it's hard to tell the exact XP rates from shooting stars. Jagex doesn't talk about it anywhere. I'm assuming that it won't be faster than tick manipulation, although it seems like it could be a good alternative. If you want to learn more about shooting stars and what Jagex is proposing, I've linked the news post down below. There's info about the landing sites, telescopes, and more info about the rewards. OSRS is officially being released to Steam today. Steam is going to be a game changer for old school. It's not only going to present the game to new players, it's enabled Jagex to make a C++ game client, which gives them more capability with what they can add to the vanilla client. From the launch, you'll be able to change the size of your game interface, which previously could only be changed with RuneLite or changing the resolution of your screen. Also with the release, there's 20 Steam achievements that you can complete by simply linking your old school account to Steam. You can do that in your RuneScape account settings on the official RuneScape website under linked accounts. There's also 15 Steam trading cards that you can collect, as well as 5 emoticons and 6 badges. Depending on when you're watching this video, OSRS might already be released to Steam, but if you're watching this video within a couple of hours of its release, you'll be able to watch the official Jagex release livestream. They have a range of exciting news and activities to share, with a welcome party to new players that are starting on Steam. So if you want to watch the livestream, the link is down below, but if you're watching more than a few hours after this video has been out, the livestream is probably over. Anyways, that wraps up today's old school game update. We only got a few in-game changes, but there was a lot of exciting news with shooting stars and the release to Steam. As usual, if you want to learn more about today's news, all of the official news posts are linked down in the description. If you enjoy these weekly game update videos, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with old school, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.